Welcome to the lesson that will get you familiar with various photography techniques. You're going to go to Google Classroom and pick up citing photos. Once you open that in your Google Drive, you're going to go ahead and click on the photography tips link and go to that website. This is the site that you will use to look at various photography techniques, and then you're going to go online and find images that go along with these techniques. So for example, let's go ahead and look at background. Go ahead and read what it says. You want to avoid taking pictures of subjects that have a busy background. The subject will often blend in with the background. Find a background that won't compete with the subject. So let's go ahead and look at the gallery of examples so you know what I'm talking about. As you can see, your eyes are drawn to the subject. It's not drawn to the background. That's really important for the background technique. So you're going to go ahead and go to Google. I'm going to type in something like hot air balloon because I want my subject to be focusing on the hot air balloon. And it's probably going to have a blue background behind it, so that kind of background would not compete with a hot air balloon. So I'll look up hot air balloon and I'll choose an image search. I'm going to go over here to the options and choose advanced search. You could come in and specify you want large images here, and you also want to make sure that usage rights is free to use, share, or modify. We're going to get copyright friendly images, and choose advanced search. So this would be a good image that you could use because the focus is on the object, not the background. If you chose this image, you would right click and choose Save Image As. Make sure it's a large image or don't save it. I'm going to choose Save Image As. I'm going to get to the public drive and go to Computers. There's a folder for 8th grade. Do you see where it says Photo Techniques? I'll go ahead and open that folder, and since mine is a background, I'll open up Background. I want to point something out. I'm going to go ahead and show you how to get extra large icons so you can see the images. Make sure that you're not saving an image that's already in the public drive. Now notice there's already hot air balloons, so I probably would want to do something else to make it a little more interesting. I went ahead and changed my search, in this case to skydiver. So here's an example where your focus is on the skydiver and the background is not competing with that image. So you could click on it and hopefully get the larger image, and you would right click, Save Image As. I'm going to get back into that public drive folder in Computers, and I'm going to 8th grade, and I'm going to go to Photo Techniques, open up that background, and if my name is Julie, I'll type in Julie. If there's already a Julie in the class, I would put my last initial, which might be L. So Julie L, and I would click Save. I want you to name the images by your name so that we can see who's contributing to this folder, and if they're making mistakes, then we can talk to that student. So then click Save. Now, because I'm getting it from wikimedia.org, I'll just go ahead and select wikimedia.org at the top and do Control C and go to that citing document and then paste that where it says sources. You want to maintain this document as well. I'll go back to the photography link and look at the next technique. In this case, it's close-up. A close-up is a photograph taken at close range. You would get much better results with a long focal lens. But since we don't have fancy cameras, we'll have to do the best we can to get cool results. So you can go ahead and look at the gallery of examples so you know what a close-up looks like. So we've got some insects, we've got flowers. I mean, you really could go to Google and type in close-up photography. So you want to make sure that it says free to use, share, or modify. So there's some more bugs. I don't know if that's what you want to focus on, but those are usually a lot of the close-up photography. And you want to go ahead and look through these images to see what you want to use to represent close-up for the whole class. So here's one. It's a ladybug. Go and click on that. That's a really close-up view. Now if it had the eyes of the ladybug, that would even be more of a close-up. Now do keep in mind Flickr is blocked for you. It's not for me, so I'll show you. If you're at home and you want to get these images, that would be great. You would go ahead and right click and choose medium size would be wonderful. And then you would credit Bob Stone. Do you see his name up here? I'm going to go ahead and right click, Save Image As. I'll get to that folder in the public drive for 8th grade. I'll open up Photo Techniques and go into Close Up. And again, if I'm Linda L, because there's another Linda in the class, I would click Save. And I would make sure that I thank Bob Stone on that document for Close Up. Hopefully this is making sense, because your job is to keep revisiting this photography tips page, looking at techniques, and getting images to put into that community folder so that we can share those images for a future project. This concludes the session on how to gather images dealing with photography tips. Until next time, you have a wonderful day.